Hello, Assalamualaikum and very good evening to you all. Today, we want to discuss and identifying the component of brake system. In this video, we use the car type of Pro2 MIV with automatic transmission and engine capacity 1.5 cc. Let's go. We identifying the first component of the brake system. Okay, for the first component we want to identifying for the brake system is the brake pedal. This is the brake pedal. The brake pedal is located on the floor to the left of the accelerator. This is the accelerator. When we press it, it applies the brakes, causing the wheel to slow down or stop. Okay, the second component is the sensor. The sensor is located at the brake pedal. This is the sensor. This is run to the ECU and this run to the brake pedal. The function of the sensor is some vehicle have brakes that contain sensor embedded in the brake pads, which work to tell the driver when the pads are worn out.
Assalamualaikum and good evening. So the third component is tank brake fluid reservoir. The brake fluid reservoir is a canister connected to your brake master cylinder. It stores your vehicle brake fluid and protect it from dirt. So this is the brake fluid. Okay, brake fluid reservoir are usually made of polymer plastics and are typically separable from the master cylinder body. The reservoir cap is vented and has a diaphragm that expand and contract to maintain normal pressure inside. There's also a fluid level sensor that alert you when brake fluid levels are low. Okay, the first component is brake master cylinder. Okay, as you can see, this is the brake master cylinder. Okay, the function of brake master cylinder is it feeds brake fluid into the brake circuit to convert the pressure on the brake pedal to the hydraulic pressure.
Okay, to identifying the next component, we need to remove this wheel. Before we remove this wheel, we need to jack the car to up, and then we remove this wheel by loosening this nut.
Jack the car and loose the tire, and then we can see the brake caliper. Okay, brake caliper is the housing that fits over the rotor and holds the brake pad and pistons, as well as contain ducting for brake fluid. There are two types of brake caliper. One is floating or sliding, and one is the fixed caliper.
Assalamualaikum. For next component is piston. So the piston is cylinder connected to the brake system hydraulic. When you step on the brake pedal, the hydraulic pressure will transfer to the piston and push the brake pad into the rotor. Some brake systems have a single piston, and some vehicles have 2, even 4, 6 piston for higher performance and higher power braking system. Next component is rotor disc. So circular disc bolt to the wheel hub that spin with the wheel. Rotor are most commonly made of cast iron or steel. However, some very high-end vehicle use carbon ceramic rotor. Next component is brake pad, component that push into the rotor, creating the friction that slow and stop the wheels.
Okay, after identifying the component of the caliper, rotor disc, brake pad, and piston, we will assemble the tire back to the rotor disc, and then the jack we will put down, and after that all is done. Thank you.
Okay, for the conclusion, in the end of this video, we can identify brake system components and all the part function of brake system assembly. So that's all from us. Thank you. I would like to explain how does automotive braking system work. Foot push on the brake pedal and the force generated by leg is amplified several times by mechanical leverage. Pressure is transmitted equally to all four brakes. The force creates friction between brake pads and disc brake rotors, which is what stops the vehicle. Next, I would like to explain how does a brake drum works. When the brake pedal is applied, the two curved brake shoes, which have a friction material lining, are forced by hydraulic wheel cylinders against the inner surface of a rotating brake drum. The result of this contact produces friction, which enables the vehicle to slow down or stop.
What is ESC? ESC stands for Electronic Stability Control. ESC is a program that helps or supports the driver in nearly all critical situations. Nowadays, most of all our national cars have ESC, but sometimes you need to spend a little bit more because the cheapest variant of car maybe does not have ESC. Okay, so this is the electric stability control symbol on your car dashboard. Okay, next, what is the purpose of ESC? The purpose of ESC is to support your car while you are driving, and also it will help to stabilize your car when you lose control or when you are going on a corner too fast. Okay, now you will see a picture with two cars and the black and the yellow car. For the yellow car, it will not equipped with ESC, and for the black car, it is equipped with ESC. So you can see the two cars are avoiding a red car. Then you can see that the yellow car without ESC is skidding outside the road, and the black car can avoid the car and move clearly, skip the car. Okay, now you will see a picture with two cars and the black and the yellow car. For the yellow car, it will not equipped with ESC, and for the black car, it is equipped with ESC. So you can see the two cars are avoiding a red car. Then you can see that the yellow car without ESC is skidding outside the road, and the black car can avoid the car and move clearly, skip the car. ESC will automatically turn on when you turn on your engine car, and it will active when it detects your car losing control. What are the difference between a front rear split and a diagonal split master cylinder? Okay, a diagonal split is safer. In the event of failure of one circuit, it leaves you with one brake, whereas a front rear split could leave you with rear brakes only and a vastly longer stopping distance. Okay, on the screen, the picture that I'm showing you all right now is two brake system, front rear split system and dual diagonal system. For the front rear split system, it's split into two, front brake system and then rear brake system. Okay, for the dual diagonal system, its split concept comes from the fact that the left rear and right front brakes are on one hydraulic line, and while the right front and the left rear brakes are on another. Okay, so this is, we can relate to the first point that I said just now. A diagonal split is safer in the event of the failure, and front rear split could leave you with rear brakes only and a vastly longer stopping distance.
This is a picture of the understeer and oversteer. The differences between oversteer and the understeer. For understeer, it means lack of grip. When this happens, the driver will have little response from the steering wheel. It takes place when the vehicle front wheels begin to plow straight despite turning the steering wheel. Front-wheel drive cars are prone to this phenomenon because of they send the engine power to the wheels that steer the car. So when the tire starts, the driver does not feel any grip to steer. It most commonly happens due to the accelerating early while turning in a corner. You leave the weight distribution that take the control of the front tire and leads to understeer it. It can also occur when you turn the wheels on your car too fast and too far. For oversteer, it happens when the front side of a vehicle has more grip than the back side. It makes the car to spin when driving into a corner. Oversteer is the result of the rear end of a car being fishtailed or sliding out. Rear wheel cars are susceptible to oversteer because here the rear end of the car has control power. So when the rear end loses the grip, it overtakes the front and oversteer occurs. Oversteer is not something to be concerned over because it happens in every driving. However, it could be dangerous. It could be dangerous if occur in snowy, muddy, and rainy conditions. For the conclusion, modern technologies enable automotive engineers to produce cars with advanced braking system which ensure much safer driving. Some of the popular driver assist safety feature car buyers look for automatic braking, collision avoidance system, and hill descent control. But for this technologically advanced system to work as they should, they need a fully functioning anti-lock braking system, ABS. So how ABS working is, ABS utilizes advanced sensor and emits rhythmic impulses that prevent wheels from locking. This means the driver can maintain better control of the vehicle in the event of extreme braking. The computer-based sensor system has eliminated the need for the brakes to be pumped to decrease speed and bring the car to a safe stop. For traditional braking working is traditional brakes use a simpler system to slow a car. Pressing on the brake pedal will lead to the clamps bearing down on the rotors, resulting in the reduction of speed. When traditional brakes are slammed down hard, as they are in an emergency situation, this causes the locking of the rotors, which leave the driver unable to steer the vehicle. The only option to skid in the direction the car was headed when the brakes were applied. The braking system is one of the most critical safety features in off vehicle. It is designed to ensure your safety as well as that of other road users. This is the single most important reason for your brakes to be in optimal working condition, whether you have traditional brakes or advanced ABS. Thank you.